Good evening, friends. This is time for market wrap for 23rd of Feb 2020 and 2021. Sorry. So let's start with the S&P 500. Uh, this is the hourly chart of the S&P 500, and we had marked this head and shoulder. Today, the S&P 500 opened with a gap down and is right now trading below the below this pattern. So, this is a fairly dangerous kind of situation. You'll see even here, the S&P 500 broke away from the pattern and you finally had a large decline. Somewhere it appears that there is a bit of weakness which is setting into the S&P 500 as well, and that will add another straw on the camel's back as far as the Indian market is concerned. Now, before we move forward, as uh, always, please like, share, subscribe. You're not hitting the subscription button very hard because uh, let's get to 50,000. It's been great. The likes have increased, but I would like to see more people subscribe. It's free. And plus, it gives you notifications. Press on the bell icon, etc. Now, as regards our membership services, there are all kinds of memberships available: platinum, diamond, gold, silver, copper, and all of these are available for subscription. The products involved are different in different cases, and you have portfolio, swing, index, day trades, BTST. So all kinds of time frames and all kinds of products are available. And today on the Nifty, let me just give you contact information also. WhatsApp 98710 or email Ashwani_Gujral at yahoo.com. That is ASHWANI underscore GUJRAL at yahoo.com. Or straight away go to the channel and click on the join button, choose your service, make your payment, and that would be it. Now, let's quickly go to the Nifty. Let's have a look at the daily chart. Now, this daily chart, you have some kind of an inside day, and that too at the lower end of the uh, of yesterday's trading range. Now, as far as I am concerned, this is a pause. The gun has been loaded and it's likely to fire in the direction of the trend. So the moment we start to move below today's low, which is 14,653, I think this could have another trend day on the downside. Now, expiry, etc., considerations may play in, but given the strength of the downtrend, my bet, and I reserve the right to be wrong, is that this is a pause which will lead to a further breakdown. We have carried home 14,700 puts, so that may be biasing my opinion. Now, as far as the 15-minute chart is concerned, this was yesterday's low, and we are hanging around yesterday's low. Now, all of you have seen me speak about this setup where if the market consolidates below or around yesterday's low in a strong momentum market, it generally gives way and moves to the downside. If 14,650 is crossed on the downside, I think a level of hell will break loose. Why? Because 14,650 has been a strong support. Now, if that goes, you are basically looking at 14,200, 14,450. That is not much of a support. I think 14,200 is your next level of support, which should come in on the Nifty. The other worrying issue is FII figures, where FIIs are selling. Uh, Today, broader market was up, but the FII favorite stocks were down. So again, large banks were down. Even on the bank Nifty daily chart, this is not really a trend day, or rather an inside day, because we made a lower low. But again, contraction of volatility, chances are that this volatility is likely to expand on the downside. So that should be the expectation on uh, the Nifty and the bank Nifty. Let's have a quick look on the options data. Options data, if you look at the call side, 14,800 has uh, added 9,800 calls, 14,900 10,000 calls, 15,000 4,000 calls, and 14,700 has added 10,789 calls. So massive amounts of call writing. There is a bit of put writing at this 14,700, but below that, I think significant put writing is coming in at 14,300. I don't think this is much of put writing out here, other than maybe a bit at 14,500. But on this side, there is massive amounts of writing. 14,700 has significant put writing, so we'll have to see how the market deals with that. But my sense is that this narrowing of volatility will only lead to a further decline. We can pause a little bit more. Broader markets can do their own thing. But overall, I think you are going to move to the downside. On Bank Nifty, you have call writing at 35,200, 35,500, but you don't have call writing the way you had at 36,000. But still, lots of calls have been written and not enough puts. So 34,500 is the place where you are getting significant put writing. I think 35,000 also does not have a lot of put writing now. In terms of the pivots, I think for tomorrow the pivot is 14,737. This is where the SGX is trading right now. So possibly from the pivot we could decline. On Bank Nifty, pivot is 35,260. So if you want targets on Nifty, if the expansion plays out, I think 14,621 and 14,534. And on Bank Nifty, targets of 34,832 and 34,547. So this is as far as the Nifty and Bank Nifty are concerned. Let's have a look at some of the calls that we gave in terms of individual stocks. I think in the morning we went long on TCS, TCS went up quite a bit in the morning, and we made about 15 bucks on TCS, half a percent. We also gave DLF, where we kind of gave profit booking advice at this 310 zone. Then the blockbuster calls were Tata Steel, where I think we entered around this 1230 sort of zone, and from there they really took out our targets. I think couple of percent on TCS, also a couple of percent on Tata Motors. So that worked out like a nice packet. This was 2%, about 60 odd thousand on a one lot type of uh, investment. That's how our clients did for the day. And like I said, we've carried home 14,700 puts. And if we start to expand tomorrow morning, then that should work out. For the moment, this should be it. Take care, trade well, and please consult your financial advisor.